We ride at dawn, apes. Let's go, baby. We're locked in, loaded, ready to go. Uh, 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 uh. Are we ready? Are we ready? Everything's flat right now. Flatter than flat, baby. Besides AMC and After Hours, that motherfucker. Woo! Woo! Hector Rodriguez, Mr. Simon, me too. M. Khan, what's going on? God, the Heavenly Father, Vlog, Chris, the Win Lambo, Legendary, Cheese Chaser, what's going on? SK1218, yo, Edward Morgan, 8th, Jennifer, what is up? Futures are kind of flat, but take a look at this headline. It kind of looks good. Ukraine says confrontational Russia talks moving forward. Says it's very difficult sometimes, confrontational, he said, but step by step we are moving forward. Okay, we could use that headline. That should help things a little bit. Yeah, but AMC, man. What about that? Yeah, they both went crazy. AMC, what was that? Like a 26% day today. GameStop was a stupid, like over 40% day. Wild. Dan the man. What's going on, Michael? Holder of the shares in the house. There we go. Closed above 20. That's solid. 2023. I wonder, probably gap up in the morning. We have Powell that speaks tomorrow at 10 a.m. Good old young Powell. Who's going streak with me when AMC hits $100? Oh man, I'm in. I'm game. Still holding AMC. Good times. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise today. It was almost like people knew the Ryan Cohen situation was gonna come out in After Hours. BB and HYMC along for the ride. Yeah, that's something I want to talk about as well. Some of this kind of sympathy trades, like the first time around with, well, both times around really with AMC and GameStop. You had those other sympathy trades as well, and you've seen that actually happen a little bit in After Hours, but not a lot of volume is concentrated in some of these names like BBIG. I think that one could be really good. Premiums are cheap. Clove also looks pretty good. Even on a technical basis, they were up almost 2% in After Hours. You know, it looks like it could be good. Look at the chart here. Mullen was also up 2.5%. So I think a lot of these other trades are going to rally at the same time. I specifically like BBIG though, because there's that spinoff that they're doing with like their TikTok competitor app and or no, it's their crypto segment. They're gonna spin that off, and for every 10 shares you own of BBIG, you'll get 1 share of that spinoff. It's like a dividend, so the shorts will have to pay that out. And whenever that happens, whenever we get the update on that or a date, shorts don't like to pay out dividends on shorted shares. That's not what they're in the business for. So that could be good, but the timing on it, hard to say. Yeah, and then Clove looks pretty good, honestly. It's kind of a beautiful trend line you got going on. Beautiful above the 50 day. approaching the 100 day. Could be good. Could be good. What do you think tomorrow's price action with AMC and GME? Well, I think some shorts are getting squeezed. The question is, are we going to be able to get, hold above 20? That's a key level for sure. If a lot of shorts, especially the older ones, are down, in that $10, $15 range, then they're probably in a bad situation. But over 20, it kind of starts to get shaky for the shorts. I mean, they don't know how high this thing could go. But the smaller shorts, if they cover and we can hold those gains and then see the domino effect kick in, you could actually go pretty high this week. And the volume that we've seen in after hours was kind of insane too. Like insane volume. You don't see this kind of volume in after hours too often. Like before we were seeing, like before this rally, we were seeing 1,500, 3,000, 6,000, 500, 800, a couple thousand for some of these 1 minute candles. And then when this actually started, you started to see some crazy consistent volume. Some of these big 1 minutes were like 52,000 in 1 minute. That's wild. 41,000, 27,000. Kind of crazy. Even to end off the day, the last 1 minute was 15,000 for volume. So I think there's going to be a lot of volatility just up and down. Like it wouldn't surprise me to, gap up to 23 or even 25 and then come back down a couple dollars and then rip back up. That's kind of what we're going to see if we squeeze. It's not going to be straight up, so hopefully not too many people get shaken out of their positions. Looks like it's he said I sold 7 call contracts yesterday with strike prices at 18 and 20. Looks like it's time to buy to close. Yeah, you can do that, and then you can like roll it over too. So like, I don't, just to throw random numbers out here, say you collected $100 credit per contract. Now they're going for 200 or 300. Well, you collected 100, so you're technically down. Just call them 300. You're technically down $200 a contract. So if you go out to the option chain and go to a further out date, like say June, go out to a June and then go to like a $30 strike or $25 strike. Like if you could collect at least $200 back, then you technically be break even, or you can actually make more, right? If you sold at 18 or 20, you could go out to a 23, collect 245. By the time it opens, it's going to be higher than that. So that's what's called rolling over a covered call. The problem is you can only do it like once or twice until you'll start to lose on the rollover. But that's what I do if I'm ever down on a covered call, is roll it over. Yo, moon, shoot. Yeah. Straight to the moon. I think a lot of those sympathies will be good too, honestly. I think AMC could be a really good day trade tomorrow as well. But where we open, that's going to be interesting. Do we open high and then slowly come down, or do we open, 10% and then go higher? That's the question. I was cheering when it broke 20. Oh, there you go. I have 25 AMC calls at 18 for /1. Oh, dang. Yeah, you're going to be, what's that, $5,000? Can't argue with that. Would you ever do a live class in options? I mean, why? Yeah, probably. I don't see why not. I just, like a lot of the trades that I do is either like swing trades or day trades, stuff like that. So it's a lot of the swing trades is like buy, hold it a couple days, depending on what's going on. There's not too much to it, honestly. Especially with the swing trading, you kind of just buy it, let it do its thing, and cash out. Yeah, I want to pull back, then YOLO some weeklies and close out of them. Yeah, that would be solid. Some of those weeklies today, oh my god. Oh my god. Crazy. You called this rally, buddy. Yeah, kinda. Ryan Cohen, he's crazy. this guy, this guy, well, like a good crazy. Bought 100,000 shares of GameStop. Owns nearly 12% of all shares outstanding. And then tweets, "I put my money where my mouth is." This guy's funny. I like him. I like him. What's up, Tyler? Opinion on Mullen? Uh, I think it could go higher. Uh, it's a different risk to reward profile here. Buying it where I bought it was like a no question buy. It's at 70 cents, but right now it's different. But I think it'll likely go higher with AMC and GameStop doing this, up 2.5% in after hours. So could be good. Could be good. But the problem with Mullen is it's kind of like a loaded gun because they have to raise capital soon. So it's like, when are they going to do that? Because that'll crush the momentum. Like Indo. Is that the one that just raised capital? Sold stock? That's the only problem that I really see with it is that anytime they could come out and raise sell stock. Said I'm in at 42. Oh yeah. Then you it's almost a 10x, huh? Pretty much. Okay, the best try I've been using ghetto spreads on AMC because of up and down price action. So if I get a runner, just buy back the short leg at a discount. Turns into a long. Yeah. Yeah, ghetto spreads. That's like one of my like that was a go-to strategy for me when I was under 25K. Like dilution, yeah. Yeah. They have to soon. They don't have much money left. What's cracking up in here? Callie brought the pizza. There we go. Pizza sounds good. Pizza sounds good. Indo, where it at? Indo, outdo. Oh, that's not funny. Kind of. IMPP. Is that the one? Yeah. Oh, is that the one that raised capital? Or sold stock? Riding AMC to Friday. Yeah. Oh man, we're only going into Wednesday too. Woo. Woo. It's gonna get a little crazy. It's gonna get a little crazy in here. Especially with Powell. I mean, what can he really say at this point that's gonna freak the markets out more than what they've already said? It's this. Is it this? No. Yeah, okay, right here. Oh, it's at 8 a.m. actually. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, it's at 8 a.m. in the morning. Discussion chair, Chair Jerome H. Powell. Panel on emerging challenges for central bank governors in a digital world. So he can kind of say whatever the hell he wants. And market's probably going to move off of that. What is good, Paul? Love mulling my shares cost average now. 0.00. Oh, did you take some profits? Might have to buy back the calls at a loss. I don't want to lose my shares. Yeah, you could just buy back the calls and then sell a further dated call again, and then make sure you collect more than basically like your difference, right? You collected 100 for selling the original ones, bought the new ones back for say 300. You have a $200 loss in there. Make sure you collect 200 on the new ones, and that's the tricky part. If it keeps going up, then that's where you start to it gets hard to roll over and over again. He said, I got 100 shares. Yeah, that's solid. Life-changing money cometh to me. Appreciate your videos. Keep it up. I like the mix. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here. How many shares do you guys have, if you're willing to say it? I have a lot of shares in a bunch of different portfolios. I don't even look at it, honestly. I add to it occasionally, but I don't even really look at it because I just... it's just one of those things. Like, I know it's going to happen. I don't know when. I don't want to, think about it too much, honestly. But it's good. It's good. Tell them about ghettos. Yeah, so pretty much if you guys have which yes, this would be a pretty good thing to do. Like with AMC, right? Say you have an April 14th contract. You don't have... Well, I think this is the best strategy for an account less than 25,000, because you can technically day trade like this. Well, it's not technically a day trade, but it is at the same time. And what you do, obviously not financial advice, but if a stock like AMC is going crazy, you want to trade it, you can go ahead and buy a $23 call for $89. If the share price keeps going up and the thing goes to 25 in the same day, all of these are going to go up a lot. You're going to be up a lot in this original $23 strike contract. And just imagine with me, the $24 strike goes to $200 a piece. Then you could go in and sell it, and you basically turn it into a debit spread, but you get the profit, right? Bought those for 89, sold those for 200 a piece, and you can do that intraday pretty much at any time, and you have no risk left on the trade besides the spread between here. To the 18 and the 23. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. But that's what I used to do all the time. I still do it sometimes, though. But it just limits your potential upside. Each one of these debit spreads is the difference between the strikes. So basically $100 would be your max profit for each one you did. It's really good, though. It's a super good strategy. Because sometimes you don't have an account that's 25,000, but you want to day trade something. So I'm a personal fan. I'm a big fan. Nasdaq down 0.08%. It's super flat. Oil, it says it's unchanged. What? Is that right? No, are oil futures closed? Huh? Why would oil futures be closed? 1409 as of today and still eating. Is it financial? No, it's none of this is really financial advice. The only reason you should ever really watch a video is to get an opinion on something. That's a good rule of thumb, you know. If you learn something cool, but yeah, you can always buy back the short leg. Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that actually. I don't think I've thought about doing that. But you can. That's actually not a bad way to do it if you wanted to make it naked. Good point there, Tampa Bay. Do you just let them expire or close out whenever you want? Uh, just depends. I mean, uh, I usually do close them out, or I'll wait until like the day of expiration. How do you not get hit with day trade rule when opening a ghetto spread? Because it's separate contracts. Like if you were to buy a 23 and then sell a 23, you you'd get hit with the pattern day trade. You can't exit out, and I should say that you can't exit out these contracts in the same day. So you'd at least have to wait the next day for the to exit out the spread, but it would only be worth in this case going off of these numbers what to $12, I believe, if my math is correct there. Uh, but you collect that the one you sell premium right away, so so you make your profit right away. But that additional profit, that smaller amount, yeah, you would have to wait until tomorrow. But oil spill. Was there an oil spill? I didn't see that. This is not financial advice. Yeah. No, I think a lot of this stuff is um sound financial advice. Like it's um like you could do whatever you want. Like it's not saying to do anything specifically, but to be like, "Hey, you should probably think about taking profits." Like I think that's pretty sound, you know. What's up, everyone? It was a good day today. Yeah, it was. May I get your thoughts on IRNT? I'm just gonna look it up on here because it gives me everything. Oh, what the hell? Engaged in provision of cybersecurity services through its collective defense platform. Cybersecurity, I mean, anything like that will probably do well during this time period, especially if we do get some kind of a whoa, um, like cyber attack. Oh, this was a SPAC, huh? Jeez, that's insane. I mean, it looks pretty attractive on as far as only being $4, and it used to be higher, but cybersecurity good too. I don't know anything specifically about it, so on a fundamental basis, I couldn't really say anything. But if stocks are that beaten down, if there's a fundamental business behind it, you'll probably do decent for sure. Short interest is 9.3%. Cost to borrow is 103%. Jesus. At 22, at 22, Melvin getting vaped. Oh, it's not gonna be pretty. Not at all. Not at all. My advice: best to have help when trying to saddle a wild horse. That's a good way to put it. How work days to cover it in a real squeeze? 3 days to cover can be 2 or always a minimum. It's not definitive, right? Like, it's really just the average. So some people might have a harder time than others to get out of their positions, but it's just kind of telling you that it's not going to be that easy to get out of it. Cost to borrow max on this thing is wild though. 103%. Let's see. BBIG's numbers. %16.2% short interest, 36.6% cost to borrow on BBIG, 100% utilization. What's AMC? I want to see the option flows again if it updated. 44% positive order value, 27 orders totaling 6.92 million. $19 puts, 150,000, 200,000. Okay, buddy. What the hell? They're getting clapped. Jeez. Lots of calls though that went through today. 153,000. $15 call. Yeah, a lot of large orders today. Look at that one. For April 1st, a $20 call, spent $1.16. So that break even's $21.16. Spent 126,000. Okay. This is good. I like this. That's bullish as hell. $16 call, $20 call. Again, another one, April 1st. $20 call at $1.23 a piece for almost 200,000. These motherfuckers. What? A June 17th $50 put. What? Are they tripping? That's crazy. What? Jeez, they bought a $50 put. Okay, buddy. For over $1 million. $50 puts. Nice. What? Maybe they sold them. That would be bullish. Sold $50 puts. Wow. Just start using 1348 to trade my luck. Backs are rooted up right now. Rip with no catalyst is very suspect. The thing was, Ryan Cohen, I believe that's what caused the move. I don't know exactly for the middle of the day this. Besides what Adam Aaron said, what I thought when I initially seen what was going on with the price when it started to rally, I'm like, did retail, like, did the markets just realize that AMC bought a gold miner and like Adam Aaron said this, but I doubt that's the case. Oh, my shoulder. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. HYMC, can you do a video about this stock? Yeah, probably. There's a lot of people that are talking about it. Did it move today? If it did, that's good for AMC too. Yeah, up 10% in after hours. Okay. Made a deal with Nvidia today. I think that's why Lucid ran today. Yeah, I seen that. Let's I didn't read the fine print. Oh shit. Nvidia teams up with Lucid and BYD for new self-driving platform. China. Graphics chip giant Nvidia on Tuesday debuted its latest self-driving car technology platform, Drive Hyperion 9. The company, which is hosting its GTC conference from March 21st through March 24th, also announced that EV makers Lucid Motors and China's BYD will use Nvidia's Drive platform. As a result, Nvidia says its automotive business has a revenue pipeline of $11 billion over the next 6 years. The news follows Nvidia's February announcement that it's bringing its AI-powered Drive service to all Jaguar Land Rover vehicles in 2025. Nvidia says its new Drive Hyperion 9 platform, set to hit vehicles in 2026, acts as the central nervous system of its self-driving technology. It makes up the litany of sensors that help the car see its surroundings, including 14 cameras, 9 radars, 3 LiDAR sensors, and 20 ultrasonic sensors, as well as 3 cameras and 1 radar inside the vehicle. As for its deal with Lucid, Nvidia says the automaker is using its Hyperion platform in current vehicles and plans to use it in its future autos, including its Project Gravity electric SUV, slated for release in 2024. Yeah, I have a lot of Lucid, and I used to have a lot of gains in the stock, but I've since, Lucid has definitely been a head scratcher. The valuation of Lucid's kind of a head scratcher, but I like it. It's good. Yeah, Tesla opened the Germany factory. Yeah, Tesla made big moves today too. Tesla, yeah, almost 8%. That's a wild move off the bottom though. 750 to almost 1,000. Wild. Tesla, man. I was gonna buy into this in like August. Should have done it. It's good. It's good. Mullen 339. Attaboy. All the YouTube fighting is a turnoff. Who's fighting? Who's fighting? I want to watch. Know what I'm saying? Bored night, y'all. Good night, brother. 52:30. Is that a stock? 10, yeah. I think that's interesting. Tesla works with AMD and now Lucid works with Nvidia. Wonder which system will work better. I mean, I have both in my computer right now. I like AMD a lot though. I own AMD stock. So I think I'm biased there, but I also own Lucid. Lucid stock. So, I think everyone has more chance to grab AMC at 17 tomorrow, and then she is going to the races. Yes, 17. Oh, man, it's possible. We were like 15 today, 1575. So that would still be a good gain, all things considered, if we went down to 17. But the kind of activity we've seen in after hours, that was definitely a lot of retail, but also, I mean, it's hard to deny if some shorts were covering. Like, I mean, you think that would have to cause some of this move, but still very low volume in after hours. The price of the stock can just move around a lot. So the beginning of trading tomorrow is gonna really show a lot. Time to feed the zoo animals, AMC. Oh yeah, give them some popcorn. I'm fighting hedgies. Yeah, we've been fighting the hedgies so long. So engage in a campaign of buying EV charging platforms, GM and EVgo specifically. Really? EVgo, that was a hot stock back in the day, I feel like. EVgo. Yeah. It got pretty popular for a minute. I only buy AMD when building PCs. Yeah, I have another PC that was a couple $1,000s, and it worked for like 9 months and then stopped working. I don't know if it was AMD. I'm not, can't draw any conclusions, but I don't know. Shorts only cover in after hours. Why so much pump on such little volume? Well, they don't only cover in after hours, but when they do in after hours, you see a lot of activity. Like that's why that's like with earnings, right? Like I don't think anything's really what Nike reported. Didn't Adobe report today? Adobe. Didn't they report in after hours today? I'll just show Nike. What did Nike report? Yeah, like right here. No, is that? No. Was that Nike's? I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, that's like with earnings. A lot of it's in pre-market or after hours, usually always. That's why you'll see not as much volume come through, but the price of the stock can move a lot. It's just less activity. So one direction or the other cannot move it around a lot. Yeah, this was earnings. This was definitely earnings. You're seeing decent volume throughout the day. And actually, Nike had a pretty big candle, 76,000 for after hours in that one candle, but maybe not the best example, but yeah. No, when you see shorts covering though, in after hours, it's really good. What's your target on Friday close? Ooh, if they really start covering in massive amounts, then you could probably come up and test the 200-day moving average. We only have 3 trading days left, and you have a lot of Fed speakers this week, so that's gonna either help things or it's gonna hurt things. But if we really get gassed, then you could probably come up to the 200-day moving average. But that would be a wild ass move too at the same time. That would be like 80% from here, 75% from here. So you'd have to see like a 50% day and like a 210% days, which is possible. It doesn't sound too crazy. We had a 26% day today, or almost 27%. 26, 27%. But if I would get more conservative with it, let's say we do have another 25% day tomorrow, And then over the next 2 days, we see a combined 15%. You know, that would still put you like $25 or higher. But it's just really hard to tell, honestly, when it comes down to it. Like, you could see that some shorts were covering. Like, this was not only retail that was doing this. Shorts, they packed up and went for the hills. Like, some of them. And like I was saying, the volume is really low, so it wasn't a lot of shorts covering. Like, it wasn't even close to 108, 109 million shares. Not even 1/10 of 1% covered in after hours. But you could still get that move up. So we'll see in the morning. That's gonna be I think really important to pay attention to. If we just straight sell off in the morning, like the first 30 minutes of trading, and then don't come back up, that's gonna tell a lot. Because it's gonna be like, was that a fake, pretty much a fake short covering rally in after hours, or is it going to be sustained? Ooh, Koss. Yeah, Koss was one of those that rallied last time around. Huh, yeah, look at that. Look at what the hell? That had a better percentage gain than GameStop. Jeez. Oh my god. That's wild. Oh yeah. 88 million market cap? That's wild. Jeez. That's tiny. $2 to 64. That's wild. Yeah, that could get crazy. Honestly, 20%. Is there news on that? That's almost a 50% day. Jeez. I mean, I wouldn't bet against it. That's for sure. It's such a low market cap too. 88 million and the share price is $11. Let's how many shares are outstanding? 88 million divided by 11. 8 million shares? Yeah, I wouldn't bet against that. Hell no. 2.31 million for volume. Yeah, no way would I bet against that. 8 million. That's wild, honestly. Did you overclock your CPU? Was your power supply good? Which motherboard did you use? I think it was a TUF Gaming, like a TUF motherboard. My cousin actually built it because I'm not super computer smart, but like when I would load it up, it would come up like TUF Gaming. So I think that's what it was. He looked at it and he fixed it for like 5 minutes, and then it just shut off again. Like it would just freeze, and then it would go to an error screen, and then keep rebooting over and over again, just on a loop, and wouldn't let you do anything. And where it says like the errors and the what's that screen called? The like the booting thing. It would say an error thing, then you'd go fix it and it would keep doing it. He thinks it's the motherboard, but he's not sure. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna end up rebuilding the whole thing. Smash the like button. Yeah, that's true. That's the truest thing I ever heard. They're just testing to see how it'll run. Yeah, I think we passed that test. I think we've passed that with flying colors. butthead? My candy cane? Go look. Can Mullen get to 15 for this squeeze? If the markets just totally destroy all the shorts, it's possible. They do have a high short interest, but geez, I'm not 100% sure. So I think it's possible. It's just trying to predict when management is going to raise capital, issue more stock, and dilute shareholders. That's the toughest thing. Like, are they gonna do it tomorrow or next week or when the thing hits 10, or that's the problem. But they are going to do it. ETC OG in the house. Yeah, if you've seen the OG, the ETC videos, you are definitely an OG. An investor, Adam Aaron has really been toying with the shorts via Twitter. Love it, eat crow. Yeah, he has been, and I think that kind of made people excited too. Did you hear about Ryan Cohen's venture capital buying 100K shares of GME today? He didn't buy them in one block order, hundreds of market orders at the ass. There's a photo of it on Super Stomp. Crazy. Yeah, I seen the tweets that he put out. Dude, he's savage. He said, I put my money where my mouth is. I had to share it and like it. Cause dude, that's hilarious. He's like, yeah, I just did that. Pretty cool, honestly. What? Did people know about Ryan Cohen's GME buy? Maybe hear all the out the money trades or size, single legged, identifying new urgent positions. Nearly every trade is bullish. One trader put 100K in 3-day expiry out the money, $122 calls. They're now in the money. Amazing. Yeah, that's wild. Where is that? Yeah, that's ridiculous. How many did he buy? 167. He spent. Says 94,000. 167. What's the price at GameStop right now? Too much. 143. 143.20. Minus. I'm just curious how much profit this guy made on that trade. That was definitely with some inside information, but I'm not gonna hate on it. Yeah, they made $2,100 a contract times what? 167. Yeah, guy just made 250,000 profit off a $94,000 investment. Solid insider information right there. Love it. It's good though. AMC is up 10% after hours, having finished the day up 15%. I noted how much of the flow from previous week as well as this was bullish. Whales were getting set up. Congrats. Let's go, baby. AMC jump today, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got my mind on my money and money on my mind. Half you guys are going to be singing, I'm in love with a stripper after your money comes in. You're like, we're going to Vegas. We all going to Vegas. I want to learn how to count cards. I feel like that'd be super fun. Solid. A mercy received. MACD cross on daily, getting closer on weeklies. Thoughts on where AMC could go over the next few weeks? The next few weeks are going to be interesting. I mean, how long do you guys think this is going to last? Do you think this momentum is going to turn into a lot of margin calls that then lead into shorts covering? Or how do you guys feel about this? Let me get your guys' opinion on this real quick. Mullen will go to 50. Oh, man. I would make so much money if Mullen went to 50. That would be crazy. I'm in love with it, Amy. She playing. I ain't going nowhere, girl. I'm staying. That's a good one. That's a good remix. Love with the Amy. 2 minus 1 is A plus 1 to your count. 786 are neutral on your count, and A minus A is a A minus 1. Oh, okay. Shane's like, I got it figured out, dude. It's like, I do this shit all the time. Yo, let's go, baby. So that 6 FOMO minutes will make the market check itself. Yeah, probably. This hedge is realizing the bottom of the market is in and they better cover. Yeah, it's pretty much been inevitable. It was going to happen at some point. Like I was saying on the last couple of videos, like shorts, they're not slowly covering like you would expect a balanced risk portfolio to do. You got profits in a stock, you have potentially unlimited risk. If you got profits like that, which obviously some do from shorting this thing at the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, then you would slowly get out of your short position instead of waiting until a squeeze starts like they do. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. If you're up like that on the position, why would you not slowly cover? It is like it's actually mind-blowing. Market is still going up. How is that possible? Just in general, like it's just going up. My brain hurt trying to read that. Yeah, mine did too a little bit. That makes sense. I watched the movie 21. I'm like, man, I want to learn how to do that. But yeah, the markets, how they're just going up in general. AMC, GameStop, these squeeze trades, a little bit different. I think there's actually a lot more to come with that. I think it's going to be reminiscent to what we've seen last year. So I think it's kind of only just beginning in that aspect. But the markets overall, they react on a day-to-day basis. So if there's bad news yesterday and there's no more bad news overnight, and the next day the markets will rally because they price everything in, they get over it. As long as there isn't something else worse, they will rally. So like, we know what to expect. There is a lot of uncertainty with the whole Russia-Ukraine situation, and then China and COVID too, but not as much, where I think there's a lot of uncertainty with that. That's where I kind of differ from the markets a little bit. Um, but there really hasn't been any more new developments. Like Powell, he's pretty much been the same from his FOMC meeting last week. There's nothing that's really been too different. Sorry, it's just a formula. AFC Moon, the party will be on in Florida. I'm down. He said, where in Florida? FOMO buying will lead to Gamma squeeze. We still have to watch for a rug pull, though. Retracement early tomorrow, then could run. That would be a really good scenario, I think, to see a slight retracement and then make that move. Because you're going to shake out a lot of the weak-handed people off of that. And then give me a chance to buy some options. But everything's going to be a tad bit more expensive, to say the least, tomorrow. The IV on those options are probably going to go insane, honestly. Clove looks pretty appetizing as well if you see this whole thing continue. Like a $5 call for $8 or a $4 call for $22. That's kind of crazy. Considering, I mean, what could happen. I traded it the first time, though. See, the implied volatility is nutty on this thing. I can already tell you, especially on the weeklies. Oh, man. Woo. Oh, 197%? That's a lot. Trust me, that's a lot, but it's not too bad, it doesn't look like. Although that 10% move is going to make things wild. Like Mullen, like 2 days to expiration on those contracts last week. The implied volatility was like 800%. I'm like, oof, that's tough if you get an IV crush. Try to count in Vegas, see what that happens. Yeah. It's not what? It's not illegal, it's frowned upon. Went up speaker days to cover, also went to 3 days. Yeah, showing you it's pretty hard to get out of those short positions. Looks like the short interest just refreshed and went a little bit higher. It says 21.15% now. Borrowed change 2.14 million. Borrowed shares for the day of 2.55 million. Cost to borrow max going up a little bit more. God damn. At 5.1%. Ling Ling. Go watch Coco. Go watch Coco. And yeah, utilization 100%. Yeah, days to cover at 3, like he said. Yeah. It's gonna get interesting here. That's for sure. Elon Musk breaks out the dance moves. Thank you. She's joining the fun. I know. Yo, AMC is ripping. Got it? Nice to meet you. Okay, jeez. No. No. Want a bite? Go get a bite. Go get a bite. Go get her like a Rice Krispie treat or something. Please. She wants a Rice Krispie treat. Favorite thing in the world's fruit snacks. Give her some tendies. Maybe that's good luck. I actually have some barbecue chicken tendies. Actually, man, that's what I'm gonna eat. And then that's the good luck. That's the good luck for tomorrow. I got you guys covered. You're a rug pull. Man, that would be wild. That would be wild though. Imagine AMC getting rug pulled to like 0. So start a fucking riot. Congrats, Ling Ling. Yeah, AMC baby. Yeah, I actually bought AMC for the first time around when she was born. She was born in August of 2020. That's roughly the first time I bought AMC for like $5 a share back then, because it was in a bad shape, but he didn't get those bankruptcy concerns until December in a serious way. Wonder why she's up all night. Well, actually, it's a long story. It's a long story. She had to like go to the hospital last night, and I had to drive like an hour and a half to get her and her mom. Didn't get back for forever, so that's probably why she's been up all night, which is only 11 o'clock right now. So she slept a lot of the day today. It was rough last night. It was rough. Is higher interest rate causing the liquidity, hence the squeeze too? Yeah, that helps. When you see the Fed raising rates, but raising rates only affects the what the basically the lending rate is between banks. So it really doesn't affect your actual lending rates too much. But you can see the 10-year Treasury has started to go up a lot. But I should say federal funds rate does affect margin rates a lot. But 10-year Treasury yields and margin rates, they kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, look at this. It's been on a tear. So you've actually priced in a lot of rate hikes due to the 10-year Treasury being at almost 2.5%. I mean, you're higher than 2019 levels by a substantial margin. Those 2019 levels, you peaked out at 1.94%. You're about 0.5% higher than that. And this is when the federal funds rate was 2.5% in 2019. So you're really at your levels back here early 2019. Later 2019 it came down a little bit, but 2018 levels peaked out at 3.23%. That'll just be crazy if we just continue to head higher. But all of that helps to restrict liquidity. This Russia situation as well. I've talked about this quite a bit, but a lot of hedge funds, a lot of institutional investors, a lot of banks, they invested in Russia because they have a very low debt to GDP ratio. Like if you're looking at a balance sheet that has all the countries in the world on it, Russia would have been one of the most attractive places to invest in as far as a balance sheet is concerned. 13% debt to GDP ratio. We are well over 100%. Japan's 230%. So it was attractive, and you could get paid then, 4.5%, 5-6%, depending on what kind of treasury you got from Russia. So all of that basically went to zero. Like nobody will buy it. That's like I want to put an example to it, but I don't know. I can't put an example to it, but It's like having a lot of products that nobody wants to buy, but they're worth money. Or they used to be, I guess. So a lot of them lost a lot of money with that. Even Citibank, they have $10 billion of direct exposure to Russia. Bought it $5 last year. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the liquidity situation could get a lot worse, and I think it likely will. Right now, you've seen quite a bit of tightening, though. So it'll be interesting to see how this will play out. And given the fact we went from 15 to almost $21 today, that was a pretty much well, it was, we hit that 15.75 low. So it was pretty much a $5 swing today. Considering that and the activity we've seen in after hours, it doesn't look like there's a lot of room for the hedge funds to wait out margin calls. Because, when you get a margin call, I got a margin call years ago, not for a lot, like a couple $100. And they're like, hey, put this money in your margin account or we're going to sell all of your positions, pay ourselves back, and you'll keep whatever's left. And you put your money in and you're fine. Nothing gets sold. If you had short positions, if you didn't have that money to put in your account, they would get covered. You would get that collateral back, and then you would service that margin call or sell whatever you had to on top of that. Because these short positions, you need collateral for them. So not only do you lose on the actual short position when it goes against you, but you're also holding up collateral at the same time. So it's like even worse, I guess, put it like that. After 73, everybody has been paid back, so we have to hold for more money. Yeah, those prices, you're not gonna be able to see hedge funds hold out. I don't think there would be enough money for a vast majority of hedge funds to not exit out of their positions or get forcefully liquidated. Because think about the past year, all of those proposed rule changes, specifically the ones that I like to remind myself about are the ones for the intraday margin calls. There's a lot of them, but some of them specifically was margin calls, and then you get 2 hours to fund that margin call, or they'll exit out your position. So you're talking the same day. Instead of me and you, we get a margin call. You have 2 to 3 days to put money into your account, but they're going strict on that now, which they kind of have to, because you're gonna risk the whole financial system if not even more. But good market day. Yeah, tomorrow's probably gonna be better too, I would imagine. NASDAQ up 0.10, S&P up 0.17, Dow up 0.20. Little bit of that risk on or risk off kind of rally. Dow up more than the NASDAQ, but that could always switch. Oil up 1.2%. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. My coworker told me Mullen was stupid and AMC was going to be a loss. He didn't know. Soon he will not see me at work. Oh. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like, man, what were you saying about Mullen? Look at these gains. No, I tried to tell people in my real life about Mullen, but they weren't having it. I'm like, yo, this thing is 70 cents. It's an EV company worth $35 million. I'm like, you're either going to lose everything because it's a big scam, or you're going to make a substantial amount of money. And nobody went for it. Nobody had faith. You motherfuckers got more faith than some of the people I know. I'm like, man, you've seen these trades. They've seen the Facebook puts. They see this shit. They're like, nope. Nope, can't do it. This guy's full of himself. Full of shit. Been so dead for the last 2 days when market was ripping. AMC caught up all in one day. Yeah, I think the markets are very sensitive right now. Very, very sensitive to shorts going the wrong way. I think that kind of shows here in after hours. Like, it wasn't a big move. Even GameStop. Like, what? This thing went nutty. It went stupid. And it wasn't even a big move relative. I guess so. Like, what's that? Like, almost $50 a share, $49 a share. So, yeah, it was a decent move. Early April and March CPI comes out, then there will be more pressure as you originally have been expecting. Yeah, that CPI is gonna be really bad. But they're talking about a half percent rate hike too. The probability is actually very high for a 0.5% rate hike. Just go grab her. Yeah, it's 63.9% probability for a 0.5% rate hike. So you're already pricing in that 0.5%. The Fed will usually always do what the markets are pricing in. So even right now, if we just got a normal 0.25% rate hike, markets would probably rally. They might sell off too if we did get a 0.5%. But for the most part, it's pretty much priced in. But those are big interest rate moves. Like, not good. Yeah, Mullen was the next Neo. Probably, and I feel dumb for not buying at 70 cents. Well, I think... Well, I personally think they have to raise capital pretty shortly, so like issue more stock and dilute shareholders. So there will be an opportunity to buy back into it if you wanted to. How high Mullen will go? 25. Yes, that's the thing. Like, I think it could go to those prices. Like, I don't think it there's any reason why it couldn't. Besides, the management would raise capital, and I don't know if they would let it go that high before they cashed out. Possibly, but it's one of those things where if you're caught on the wrong side of that, and say they raised, selling millions of shares tomorrow, the stock's up 50% in the beginning of the day. That news comes out, the stock will go negative, like within the next couple of minutes probably. It might take a while to lose a gain like that, but that's being very dramatic here. Like, you would see a sharp move down and momentum to the upside would get killed, and your calls would get killed as well, because that implied volatility would go straight down on the call side. So it's like a hot potato kind of game with Mullen. But it can be very explosive. I don't really think the markets are pricing in too much the probability of them selling more stock, but they have to, like they have no choice. They only have like a quarter worth of cash left, besides like the government loan or whatever the hell they were gonna get. Price prediction on AMC if it does squeeze. Oh man, if it does squeeze. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. There's so many moving factors there, but this week I think it's very possible that we could hit that 200-day moving average if you see a lot of shorts trying to rush to get out of those short positions. And that's at about $33.80 per share. You'll see a little resistance around there, likely as well around 25. That's the level I have marked, and I've had marked for a while, but that's also where the 100-day moving average is, this orange line. That 200-day moving average, that's getting up there again, but that would only be like a this week thing. Like, I don't think you could possibly um, cover on all of the shorted shares this week though. I don't even think it's really possible, especially if people are not really selling the stock. Yeah, 109 million shares. We still have relatively low volume too. Like historically low volume. 81, almost 82 million shares. That's kind of small relative to what we've seen in the past. 124 million right here. 144 million right there. 107 million right there. 84 million. And then you get those really high ones, 225 million, 208 million. So, like, there's still a lot more room for increased activity and volume there, but I don't know if there would be enough shares to even cover on. Holding 6,875 AMC shares, did not sell at 72. Well, it looks like you might have a good opportunity to get some of that money back. I don't know if it'll get to those levels this week. If it does, man, oh man, you're gonna see the wildest shit ever. Like FOMO like you have never seen. It'll be fun. Some people are calling for $100 by the end of this week. Getting the I have 8 $15 strikes for this. Jeez. There you go. That's solid. Wish I bought Mullen. Is it too late? It's just that different risk to reward profile. Like Mullen could fall easily down to 220, probably $2 ish, fairly easily. If especially if they raise capital. So that's your biggest concern is, are you able to get out before they raise capital? Like even if pretty much as soon as that news were to drop, any calls that you have would go down dramatically in value instantly. Your shares would go down in value as well, but yeah, I would personally buy this stock if you were going to. But it could continue to go up. They might let the thing squeeze and then, try to time the top on it. Yeah, it would be like an eventually you would lose kind of thing. It might be a little while, but it would be really dirty if they did that like a Sunday pre-market or something before you were even able to, well, not Sunday, but Monday, like a Sunday night type of thing. That would be awful. Everything's pretty flat though. It's good though. last December. You're my only AMC source of info. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Everybody else that is in here. 5 more YOLO $18 tracks for this Friday at the end of the day. Oh, yeah, that's wild. They were $200 a piece, $223 a piece right now. That's wild. A mercy received. Thank you, brother. Said big thumbs up. Ling Ling. You guys ever watch Game of Thrones? You get her a Rice Krispie treat? Do you think they will let AMC run and bring down Friday? I don't really think they'll be able to control it too much, to be honest. I really don't see a lot of that manipulation having a big effect like we've seen in the past due to this probe. You know, they're probing into what they're doing, so they're looking at what they're doing behind the scenes. Could be wrong though. They might all be like legitimately in on it and laughing and drinking together, but you know, in that case, then I think they could just deliberately do that. They could always do that in the form of just shorting a shit ton of stock at the same time. But I don't really think it's going to be one of those kind of situations. Is there a hawkish Fed member giving testimonial tomorrow? You have, I believe it's just Powell. Let me double check though. Where is it at? Wednesday. There's Powell. Fed Daly speaks too. It says 10:45 a.m. The time on this thing is kind of weird, but Daly tends to be more on the dovish side, so more on the, you know, inflation's transitory, we're good, we can let the data speak, we don't have to raise rates too aggressively. It's better to do, you know, go with what the data says. Oh, look at that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. And then you do have new home sales, but shouldn't move things too much. But yeah, Powell. And that's where is it at? 8 a.m. Chair Jerome H. Powell, panel on emerging challenges for central bank governors in a digital world. So it's kind of one of those where Powell can just say whatever he wants. Like, it's just, it's not I think they have prepared remarks for it, but not sure. But 8 in the morning, yeah, that's you're gonna be messing up pre-market. We're giving everything a boost. Don't short the like button. It costs nada. That's true. That is true. I just missed out on so much money when it hit 72. Yeah, if you had 6,800 shares, that's a ton. But I definitely think it'll get back to that. I don't know about this week, but I think this really shows people it's not all doom and gloom. There's actually a force behind what we're doing, if that makes sense. Like the market makers, the hedge funds, institutions, whoever is short on stock, they eventually have to cover, and they're not slowly covering. Like that's the biggest thing. Like if shorts were slowly covering this whole time, then a short squeeze would not have to happen. You know, if 20% short interest over the course of, say, the last 2 months went down to 10% short interest, we would be having a totally different conversation. But they're not doing that. So they're going to force a short squeeze and then add the liquidity situation on top of it. And you're really looking at a bad situation for the shorts. So have people gotten used to $5 a gallon gas? That's a good question. How are we feeling about that? Oh, you said 8,700 shares. That's a lot. Our interest went down today. S&T +2. Yeah, that's the borrowed shares is daily. Return shares is T+2. So this was really like 2 days ago, like a Monday return share number. Borrowed shares for the day of 2.55 million. The volume was 80 million, and just from the amount of retail activity I seen today, then you are it definitely doesn't look like there was a substantial amount of covering. I think a lot of it was retail. Oh, now I have 6,800. We're going to the digital dollar. Powell says it only takes a minute to print $1 trillion. Man, that's why you want to own stocks, real estate, assets, because, man, if you just keep printing this kind of money, it's not going to be worth anything. The U.S. dollar has already lost 95% of its value in the last 100 years. Imagine the next 100. I don't even want to think about it. Seriously, why did Jon Snow sleep with his cousin even though he knew they were directly related? I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe they're in Kentucky, you know? I'm just playing. That was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. But Kentucky is the most inbred state. Fun fact.
He didn't know until after.
But yeah, definitely didn't name my daughter after Khaleesi. Oh, nice picking it up. Yo, butthead. Yo, say my name, Khaleesi. Sit your butt downy. Her name's Khaleesi, but I call her Ling Ling because she's a Ling Ling. Yo, stop. Look. Alright. She got my Reese's wrapper. Alright, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go lay down with her because she is getting into everything. Mortgage statements, Reese's wrappers. So thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to all of you guys for the donations. This goes unanswered. That's funny, dude. Yeah, but it'll be good tomorrow. I'm excited. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated if there's any new information that you need to know. She got a mortgage statement, so she can pay my bills. But, yeah. Hit the buy button and the like button. All right, cool. So thank you guys for tuning in.